This is Guild Wars 2. It's the end phase of the new expansion. This is my attempt, number 9. And if you're a raider or anything like that, you'll be absolutely horrified. I make no apologies for that. Been playing a few years now, but I'm just an average player. I don't have the best gear, I don't have the best weapon, but I am full of desire to get it done and to join in and be a team player and everything else like that. So because I die so frequently, I've set myself up as a bit of a healer dealer here. So we're a guardian healer, and what we're going to do is try and keep everybody around me as alive and as fit and as well as I can be. I can't get them out of the traps they're going to find themselves in, but let's see what we can do. You're going to need 10 fingers or more if you're going to count my deaths and faux pas, alright? And straight away, as you can see, we're not in groups or anything like that. We're just plugs. We've joined up with the commander. He's the one with the white chevron on his head, and we're all going to give it a try. I would love to be in an organised playoff where everybody knew what they were doing and where they were going, and there was somebody in my ear saying jump left or jump right or what have you. You know, that experience I've not had yet. So I'm now trying to figure. I see other guys are in the air, so I think, oh, maybe they're going to use their fire blast at the start just to get an extra bit of a kick. I don't know if we should or not. I just follow the leaders. Now I do know well enough to keep out of the fire and that, if you can see it, and I've learnt that if you pull your view right back, you tend to can see a bit more. But there's that much splash and flash and clutter going on. I can't even see my own character. I've got no idea where my cursor is. So when it comes to using 6, 7, 8 and 9, where I'd like to, well, number 8, where I've got to actually place the output from that cursor, then there are the area there to get out of the way of, and I managed to get out of that. It's really important to get out of those shaded areas. It's the only chance you get. See, there's one at the bottom of the screen now. But we're doing, people around me are doing some damage, and you can see green numbers coming off. That's me doing some healing. I'm trying to do my best to get that damage out there. I'm looking at the boss, and I can see that she's down to 80 something %, and the brake bar isn't open yet. So, and I've just gone and no, I didn't click on it. Oh, thank God for that. It's important to get as much damage done as you can. So now we're all on a move. We're all rolling about. We're trying to stay out of damage. Now these are the pillars. We have to stay in the centre of these pillars. And I just went for one that didn't have anybody on it for the minute. And a big plush, and we get crystals. Now the trick is, I understand, to stay out of the damage side, as I have done here, but also to stay behind a crystal, because then you don't get hurt, as far as I'm aware. So you can see there's people around me doing some smashing damage, more than I am. I'm doing little bits here and there. The green numbers, I believe, are mine. Not certain on that. So there's a lot of people pegged out there. You just don't have time to res people up. I'm not sure who. There's a particular mob here we're supposed to be focused on. I don't know which one it is. There's just too much going on. I know I'm outside the danger area there. Get behind a crystal, and nope, didn't survive that one. Somebody's got me up. I was dead lucky there. So make sure I'm behind a crystal. Find the boss to be behind the crystal behind, because if you're behind the wrong crystal, then it doesn't work for you. You can see my health's not too bad. It's coming up. These crystals are a real pain. I don't understand exactly what it is we're trying to kill. There's one mob, I believe, in this little lot that we have to beat down, and I just don't know which one it is. And if you told me its name, I would probably have a job trying to find it. The other thing is as well that my tab button, which I use to change focus, it gets caught on the middle finger. Now this is a jumper, so I know I've got to stand behind the fish, and when the wave comes, jump. And I didn't make it, so I pegged out on that. Yeah, to try to get the right mob, I've got to use my tab bar to get the different mobs to come into focus, and that's a real pain. Now just recently I learned, I've been gliding off that ship, but just recently I watched somebody else and they used their bird, and you can hit V to do a barrel roll. There you go, and you get there a bit quicker. There's a wave coming in. I just missed that one. Dead fortunate there. Pretty good going. Yeah, selecting the boss using my tab key that's hit or miss. A lot of the time I haven't got anybody selected, or I've got the wrong thing selected, and I just don't see an easy way of selecting the boss and then staying on it, because the keyboard, the tab, is right next to the number 1 key, the number 2 key on my layout. It's a real pain to try and see. Now, I missed the bubbles that time. I was really fortunate. I just hope that hard hitters aren't in those bubbles, but I'm going to suggest that there's at least 30% of the players here are not hard hitters. I know that if there's only a couple of us weakens, that the rest of the team can carry it a little bit if they've got some good hitters. But if there's too many weak characters like me, that's a bubble, that was a bit of a pain. If there's too many weak characters like me, there's no way those others that are doing the high damage scores can get through. But you've got, because of the selection process, which is completely random, you've got no idea who the people are around you. That's why I say I'd like to get into a control group where I've got a specific role. I know the people around me have got a role. We're organised here. It's just like a load of chickens running around the field looking for the fence and the way out. There's a fox there, as it were, so I've got to get out of that wet side. And it just so much splash, it's just hard to see, and I'd love to see what other people see. I mean, is this typical of Guild Wars? Is this what other people see? It's got used there, and I think that's the table that's got the electric charges on it. But I've no idea if I've got the right bus. I've just used a brake on that. I don't know why. I'll have to go back and have a look at that, I think. But I've actually got the boss in focus now. Move out the way. Get ready. I should avoid damage on that one. I've gone to the tail. Am I in a bubble? No, I'm not. I thought I might be in a bubble. No, I'm on the wrong side and I get thrown off by the tail. So then I found I can glide. I'm not very good at this, but we glided. We got to a point there. I'm looking around for another gliding lift-off point. There's one over there. Am I high enough for it? No, but I've jumped onto my mount. Can I get up there on my mount? You just can't. And now I'm slowly, frightfully wasting time. Get up there. I can see people in the air. Get onto the ground quick. Start going there. Now the tail there, it says it's down to 9%, so it looks like we managed to get that one down. Get out of the wet area, and nope. You just got back in time to get dead. Get out of that, come on. So now I'm going to that lifting area there. Hopefully I can get nearer to the top. There's my lift, and then into another lift. Turn around, look to the top. It's got to be around here somewhere. Watching that purple thing. Oh gosh, am I going to get that one? I know I'm supposed to be able to jump off my mount and jump that, but that's just another thing to try to remember to get in there. And you can see that from the text there, there's instructions coming in, but when do you have time to sit and read text when you're doing this? It would be much better if you had somebody twittering in your ear, do this or do that or jump now or what have you. Now where do I go? Where do I go? Going to one of the tables because need to take down. Now you notice I've not got the boss in frame yet, so I'm tapping frantically now trying to find the boss. Hang on, we've got a jump period coming up, so jump. No, you didn't jump, you're dead. Oh, and it's frustrating. You just get back, you're getting yourself organised and you get dead. So I've jumped off to go to the ship, and I could see there left and right, so there's the 2. We haven't got to the 3 one yet. We still haven't completed the 2 one, so we've still got quite a long way to go. So I'll find the green zone where my colleagues are fighting. Get down on the ground as quickly as we possibly can do, join in the fight, start healing people, maybe help keep people alive. I don't know what that green mist is. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think that's somebody's stuff. You can see from the green numbers coming up, I am trying my hardest to keep people alive here. there's revivers needed, but I've also learned that if you die, jump off quick. Don't expect people to stop and res you, because it's all hands to the tiller, all hands on the pump as it were. We just don't have time to go around resing people, so as soon as I die, whoosh, I'm off. I get away quickly. And I'm pulling back now, and I hope to be able to see something more. I have no idea what's going on. I couldn't tell you the shape of that mob or the size of it. Oh, there, I just see it. It's a very tall female with a hat, a pointy hat on. That's I don't know what those things are flashing about for. So I'm still trying to do damage there. As you can see, I'm hitting them quite hard. You know, for me, anyway, 2.5k is not bad. I'm trying to do some healing. I got some XP. Somebody said stop, so I'm guessing now that it's the case that we don't want to kill them too early, or I don't know. It must be kill them as quickly as possible, surely. So everybody seems to be leaving and going in one direction, so I jump up, get my wings going. I can get back to the main table now and start fighting it. So I'm on the bird, try to speed things up a little bit. I'm on the ground, find the table points, I get going, give the attack, and no idea where are they. I've got her in focus. There's 59% left to go, and we've got something like, I don't know, I can't tell on this edit machine how much time I've got left, but I can see it's about 50%, isn't it? So we're about halfway through, 10 minutes in. Oh gosh, it's frightening. Just boosh, and it's fight to survive. I didn't know that was coming. It looks like a lot of other people didn't know that was coming, and to have had a good leader in charge at the beginning could have saved that. And so instead of having to res up after some people, we'd have still been on the table, still giving it our best. But we're trying. We are really trying. And I'm in yet another bubble. That's alright. I don't mind being in the bubble because I'm contributing little. I'd rather me be in the bubble than a hard hitter be in the bubble. So I'm trying my best to get out of the bubble, hitting that number 1 button. You can see my health slowly going down. And as soon as that breaks free, wings out, get down back on the ground and get back into the fight. There we go. Wings out. Navigate away from that dead dangerous area. Touch down. There's the tail. Keep out of its way. Get back into being of some use to the rest of the team. Start doing damage and move out the way, move out the way, move out the way, move out the way, move out the way. I've no idea where I'm going now, and I've lost it. I just couldn't find my pointer to move. Some kind soul's bringing me up, and that's that. And meanwhile I'm just trying to figure out where we are and what's going on. There's a tsunami going by, and more bubbles are out. I've got away from the yellow area, the danger area, and we've still not been split into teams or anything, so it's just a free-for-all. It's like watching a load of kittens play with a ball of string. You just don't know what's going on. I can't see what's going on. I've no idea what numbers are going on. I've no idea what spells to use. I just rotate my buttons and I hope to put out a bit of healing, keep people alive, and fire off a few charges at the tail when I get a chance to. You can see I've not got anybody selected at the minute. I've not got a target in mind. It's not deliberate, it's just the way it goes. 1 minute you've selected the target, ready to give it rooty-doot. Now then, there you go. I got the target in. I'm doing some massive numbers now, 2.5k. This is really belting it out. I'm really focused. 44% of the way. He's got 44% of life left. Halfway down, and we're more than half of our time's been used up. I can't move. It won't move. There we go. It's too late. So I've no idea why I couldn't move. I could jump up and down, but I couldn't move. I don't know if that's a slag or what. That's the way it goes. Some kind souls wasting their time to bring me up, and that's wrong. We shouldn't be doing that. But if it's quicker than jumping back to the ship, then guess us both back in the fate. Somebody shouted phase. I have no idea. It's as good a word as any to use. It means something to somebody, and that's the important thing. Our born leader is still in there. I can see his white chevron. He's moved off to the left of the screen. I've moved out of that danger area. It's going to be a tsunami or a body or a tail or something coming through. We're doing quite well, really. This, compared with other opportunities, I've had games that are finished where the boss was still at 60% health, so this is a definite improvement. We're really doing quite well. I'm very impressed. Now this one, again, it's the gems come up. There's going to be an explosion, and some of us are going to be thrown to the ground as wisps. I'm an idiot, so of course it's going to be me, and I'm down. So now I know the trick is to look up and jump, and I've got 2 bits left, and I've got to look for another thing and jump. And now I can't jump because there I've got with one, but now you can see I'm falling, and there's nothing seems to. It's just completely random. So I'm buggering about here now. I don't know who that is. I'm messing about now, trying to find charges to get myself up. I've got 1 spark left and I'm out of sparks, so now I'm going down. So there's not much point in looking up when you're going down. So I've got to. Oh, this is just madness. Trying to. Am I near the top yet? No, I don't think so. Where's the next thing to get to? Oh, no idea. It's just. This is just one of the most frightening things to have to do, because it just. There you go. I can't even get my wings out. I got level with the top, and now look at that. I'm all the way down the bottom. Like, it feels like I'm a ball in a Pachinko machine or something stupid, and I've got no idea. No, what does number 2 do? What does number 3 do? I've got no idea. And number 1, well, what does that plus do? Is that a first aid package? Don't know. I've died eventually. Why wouldn't they let me die in there straight away? It's because then at least I could get back to the boat and get away. Because while I'm up and down in that stupid exercise, I can't do any help to anybody. And what's more, the main team haven't got my help. Not that my help is much use most of the time, but if there's 4 or 5 of us stuck down the side of the building, that's 4 or 5 less people doing damage to the boss. And as you can see from there's 2 or 3 deads at the moment on the table. That's just in this group that I'm in. I'm obviously not I can't do all the groups. And how many pugs are in here that aren't in a team at all? I've no idea. So how do you get instructions to people who aren't in a team? It's just a nightmare. This is my 8th attempt. No, this is my 9th attempt. That's 9 goes at it. So yeah, attempt number 9. Now I'm stuck in water. The advice when you're stuck in water is just drown and get onto the ship and get back again. So I'm out of the game for a while I drown. There we go. Hit the ship, jump off the side of the ship, and make our way back to the fight again. I've spent so much time away from the fight. It's embarrassing and it's painful. I know it's part of the mechanics, and I know that's what it's all about, but I've watched videos of other people and they just seem to sail through doing the damage, and it's just, how on earth did they do that? What kind of magic potion have they had that I haven't had? And I think partially, and here we go, I'm stuck in another bubble. At least it's a weak guy in a bubble and not a strong hitter again. I re-say that again. I know I've not got ascended gear. I haven't learned how to make that yet. I don't know if I can afford to learn to make that yet. I know I haven't got a weapon or an ascended backpack or anything. Everybody says, oh, go into PvP and get your weapon. All I get in the PvP is an absolute headache because I get marmalised. All I'm doing is providing XP for other players, and that's not always a great deal of fun, is it? Go into fractals and get your legendary backpack, and fractals, they are the devil's own pain. They are. I think I've managed to complete a couple of fractals. I've been carried through a couple of fractals, but I have no clue what was going on there, or what the objectives were, or why we were doing it. I was just glad to get out of them because they're just not, for me, they're just not fun. They're like dungeons on acid or something. They're just incredibly, mind-blowingly cornflaked, I tell you. So, back to this again. So I've not got the right gear. I've got the same spells as everybody else, so I just don't do as much damage. I just can't carve my way through the mobs the way the others can. Now I'm stuck in this round thing of water, so I suppose I'm drowning again. My health is certainly going down chunk by chunk, and I've got the 1 button So I suppose the case is drown again. I've seen the vertical columns of water, but this is a flat one, so I've got no idea what that one is. And there's somebody to my right who is dead, but they haven't gone to get healed or anything, or gone to get the boat. So now I've returned to the waypoint. I'm getting really sick and tired of constantly going back to the waypoint. I don't know if other people are doing it. Certainly I've never seen a crowd on that boat. And I get off the boat quickly, mount up quickly, use as much speed as I can to get down. I've got the C key pressed, so I'm losing height constantly. I'm back on the ground again. There's that green thing there, running towards the boss, so I'm trying my best there to do a little bit of something. I'm healing. I see the brake bars up, so I hit the number 8, but I've got a target number 8 with my mouse, so I'll use that. The boss is down to 29% and we're running out of time really fast. The boss is only down to only 3/4 of the way down, and we are more than 3/4 of the way through the allotted time. So this is a nightmare, and once again another bloody bubble. If this is a joke on behalf of ArenaNet, I don't think it's funny. You shouldn't be forced to get into bubbles. And that's it, game over. So that was it was 25%, 24% left, I think, something like that. So we just didn't get the job done, and there's too many of us not doing enough damage. There's no communications, there's too much repetition of stupid traps, and it's just not comfortable. It really isn't fun. ArenaNet, I don't think you've done well for this. This is a raid that hasn't got the benefit of being in a raid, i.e. you queue up for it, you get a position qualified and commensurate with your gear and your abilities, and you go in under control of a team leader that's organised and following you through. But we're not getting that. This is just a painful process. It really is. It's especially hard because so many people have put so much effort into it for the previous 2 hours, and it's just really annoying for everybody concerned. But that's my experience and my look at the End of Dragon's final game. See ya!